Women who are super, super confident, where do you get your confidence from?
So this is gonna be one hell of a story time. I was raised in a traditionally Asian family in China, but I also attended a predominantly white college in rural America. So not only did being an international student and being one of the only people of color on campus make me stand out, but also my style did. Naturally, I was labeled as crazy a lot. It all escalated when something terrible happened between me and a man, and I don't really want to get into it, but you can probably guess. And no one believed me because I was already labeled as the crazy girl. And after going through that, honestly, something just snapped in my brain. I stopped being obsessed with whether or not people like me or if they believe me, because it doesn't really matter what you look like or where you're from or how you dress. People are going to talk their shit. And fortunately, after a lot of growing and a lot of healing, that allowed me to radically accept and love myself, even if it made other people uncomfortable. No matter who you are, just remember that self-love is not selfish.
Women who are super, super confident, where do you get your confidence from?
Anytime I post a video or anytime I go live, I get tons of questions on confidence. And I'm not entirely sure why you guys think I have like this abundant amount of confidence. It might be because I wear a tiara around. But there are definitely still days where I wake up and I'm insecure and I look in the mirror and I'm like, I don't fuck with that. And I know, before you say anything, how could I ever be insecure? It doesn't make sense to me either that someone this good looking could ever just like not fuck with how they look. I think I've just been this hot for so long and so consistently that I'm just like, is there an upgrade coming? Can I even upgrade, or would that like upset the balance in the ecosystem? I don't know. I'm not a doctor. In all seriousness, I did spend a very, very long time hating every single aspect of myself, from my personality to how I looked. If you follow me, you know that that affected me to the point where I developed an eating disorder that almost killed me, went to rehab, relapsed. It was a journey. It was fun. And I think I realized that hating myself got me nowhere. It was a colossal waste of time. It almost killed me, and this is my body for life, so I learned to fuck with it, and you should too.
Women who are super, super confident, where do you get your confidence from?
Nothing beats spite and the will to prove a motherfucker wrong.
Women who are super, super confident, where do you get your confidence from?
I actually have several logical reasons that have helped me out immensely, and maybe they can help someone else too. Number one, we are spoon-fed as a society to be insecure. We are taught unconditional self-hate. But why? If we inherently can't determine our own worth ourselves in our body and anything that we have about ourselves, then that gives the power to somebody else to validate us. When we give that power to somebody else, they can tell us that we need to spend money. They can tell us that we need to live a certain lifestyle. They can tell us that we need to be a certain way in order to get this validation, which inherently should have already been internal inside of us. And number two, since it is a widespread societal thing that everybody's taught to unconditionally hate themselves, that alone gave me confidence, knowing that I'm not alone in this, and the only difference between confident people and not confident people is the decision.
Women who are super, super confident, where do you get your confidence from?
Okay, so I saw a lot of people doing this, and they all look the same. And I did not see a lot of people that looked like me doing this trend. So I want to tell you how to be confident in a world that does not want you to exist. Except that it does not want you to exist. And when I say that, I mean, people are just not going to like me because I'm fat, or because I'm black, or because I'm a woman, or because I'm queer. And the truth is, it has nothing to do with me. If someone else came through that was just like me, they wouldn't like them either. Those are aspects of myself that I can't change, I don't want to change, and I'm not going to feel guilty for being the person I want to be. I don't want to be accepted by people that don't want to accept me. And I don't want to try to be appreciated by people who do not want to appreciate me. I deserve to be loved and appreciated the first time. Not the second, not the fifth, not the third. And if you can't do that, that's okay. Because somebody will.
Women who are super, super confident, where do you get your confidence from?
I literally woke up one day and I just decided that I was hot and like the most attractive person that ever walked the planet, and that nobody really thinks I'm ugly. They just say that to make themselves feel better. And now I am who I am now. Literally, it was a whole like year of self-discovery. I was like, if I decide that I'm hot, then who's gonna tell me I'm not? And then why would I believe them? Just believe you're hot, and then you are. That's where I got it from.
Women who are super, super confident, where do you get your confidence from?
I'm in the process of getting certified as a confidence life coach. And what I've learned so far is that confidence is a skill. It is not a feeling. And every skill you can learn. And it all comes down to taking action towards things that scare you. And it does not matter how small a step is, as long as it's something that is scary to you, as long as it's something that's going to challenge you, you are going to build confidence by doing things that are hard, but good for you.
Women who are super, super confident, where do you get your confidence from?
Having things scare the hell out of me, but choosing to do them anyways. And also shamelessly being myself and expressing myself however I see fit, knowing damn well there's going to be people that don't like me. There are so many people in the world. Not everybody is going to vibe with me and like who I am. And that's okay. I like me, and that's what matters most.
Women who are super, super confident, where do you get your confidence from?
This thing that we call confidence is a complete scam. Rather than the word confidence, I like the word authenticity. And one of the most fundamental aspects of authenticity is vulnerability. Confidence is not about being perfect. It's not about being flawless or anything. I mean, look at me right now, right? Authenticity necessitates the acceptance that not everyone, or not even most people, will find you to be their cup of tea. And then you give yourself permission to feel hurt about it, to not enjoy the fact that not everyone likes you. And despite the fact that the world is scary because not everyone likes you, you still keep living as your authentic self. Do you know how brave and confident it is to still continue even though you're scared? Even though you're not even sure you're up to muster? Softness and authenticity is
Women who are super, super confident, where do you get your confidence from?
When I was 16, I gave myself two options, either like myself or die, and I was too much of a pussy to die. So.
Women who are super, super confident, where do you get your confidence from?
Okay, so about 4 years ago when I was 21, I nearly died in an accident and it left me paralyzed. And in that moment when I literally nearly died, I had this realization that I wasn't thinking about how I looked in pictures. I wasn't thinking about counting my calories. I wasn't thinking about how my arms looked when I posed. I was thinking about my friends, my family, the people that I love, and all the things that I hadn't said and that I hadn't done. I made a promise to myself that when I get up and out of this hospital bed, I'm gonna live every day like the badass queen that I am. And when it is my time to go properly next time, I'm gonna go full of love and memories, and knowing that I didn't spend every little day worrying about beauty standards, and neither should you.